In February 1911, a challenging situation unfolded as news spread worldwide about a revolution in Portugal. In Lisbon, Republicans revolted, leading to the king seeking refuge in Porto. The nation found itself in the midst of a civil war, with Republicans in the south and monarchists in the north. King Manuel II urgently sought British aid against what he labeled a socialist revolution. British Foreign Minister Sir Edward Grey swiftly responded, declaring that Britain would not take sides in the internal conflict. However, he emphasized that the United Kingdom would intervene on Portugal's side if a foreign power attempted to invade Portuguese territories. On the contrary, Spain, concerned about the potential diffusion of this revolution, established a donation fund to assist the Portuguese monarchy. The extent to which this assistance genuinely made a difference remains a subject of ongoing debate. Adding to the escalating tensions, a revolution unfolded in Mexico, with democratic forces seizing control of the state. Approaching the Madrid Conference, a fresh crisis unfolded. France declared its intention to deploy colonial forces to occupy the Moroccan city of Fez. Prime Minister Aristide Briand emphasized that the Sultan had sought French assistance in quelling a local rebellion. Amidst the chaos, Spain swiftly seized 2 states from Morocco, including the Rif. The situation spiraled further out of control as the Madrid Conference loomed on the horizon. In reaction to the crisis, Germany dispatched a fleet of ships to the coastal city of Agadir, asserting their presence was essential to safeguard German interests in the region. The world held its breath, marking the official commencement of the Agadir crisis. The initiative was spearheaded by Admiral Wilhelm Heinrich von Preußen, the brother of the Kaiser. Austria-Hungary aligned itself with Germany, contending that the French were violating international treaties through their occupation. They demanded the Sultan's immediate departure from Fez, urging him to present his case in Madrid before German, Spanish, and British delegates. Despite this call, the unfolding crisis introduced a new figure to the international political stage, Ernest Moni. A prominent stutterer and the newly appointed Prime Minister of France, Moni unequivocally expressed his support for the Sultan, asserting that these actions were undertaken to assist Morocco. Adding to the complexity, the French Prime Minister and his British counterpart, Henry Asquith, promptly declared their plans to journey to Madrid to address the issue. This joint stance by Britain and France instilled apprehension in German diplomats, raising concerns about the potential for further diplomatic isolation. The crisis escalated as a standoff unfolded in the English Channel. German divisions navigating the Channel with limited support from the German Navy encountered a halted crossing by the French Navy, which had been on high alert. Without any ongoing firefight, the French Navy sought clarification on the destination of the German forces, creating a tense situation where they awaited guidance from Paris. Global tensions heightened when a German general named Hermann von Francois openly expressed support for the new Mexican government. This further exacerbated the situation, prompting the government to swiftly clarify that the general's opinion was personal and did not reflect the stance of the Hollweg government. A subsequent statement from Germany affirmed solidarity with the United States in their actions in the region, emphasizing that the matter at hand was American, not German. On the home front, while negotiations unfolded in Madrid, the government introduced a range of new welfare programs. Additionally, charitable organizations affiliated with the Zentrum were established to provide assistance to children and women in Portugal amidst the ongoing civil war. It's crucial to note that these initiatives were private actions and not officially endorsed by the government. The German state, in an official capacity, maintained silence on the matter. On the contrary, Ludendorff openly declared support for sending weapons to the Portuguese kingdom. This stance led to a divided German public grappling with the question of whether to support the Democrats or the monarchists. The prevailing consensus, however, leaned towards neutrality. Consequently, the government adopted the idea of maintaining neutrality in the conflict. An interview with the press was subsequently arranged to discuss the news of the Crown Prince's enlistment in the army. During the interview, it was revealed that the heir to the empire had chosen to join the army not in a high-ranking position, but as a regular foot soldier. This humble decision significantly enhanced the prince's popularity among the public. While negotiations hit a standstill in Madrid, positive developments emerged from Istanbul with the announcement of a new treaty between the Ottoman Empire and the German state. This agreement not only strengthened economic ties between the two nations, but also facilitated the opening of arms markets for the Ottoman armed forces. The treaty marked a significant diplomatic stride, bringing the Turks closer to Berlin. The political battles in Berlin persisted, with numerous factions in Brandenburg vying for political support. The entry of the NLP into the fray added another layer of complexity. The ultimate winner remained uncertain, but the crisis in Agadir amplified the political squabbles both within the Reichstag and on the streets. Despite the heightened tensions, the conflicts remained within the realm of civil discourse. As Naumann embarked on his journey to Madrid, the Reichskanzler accompanied him, arriving amid the heightened tensions due to the Agadir crisis. Swiftly, both leaders succeeded in negotiating a deal with Britain, officially marking the end of the naval arms race. The Treaty of Madrid was at last signed. This agreement not only fostered closer ties between the two nations, but also established a clear framework for future cooperation. Given the intensifying Agadir crisis, this collaboration became increasingly crucial for navigating the challenges ahead. As tensions between France and Germany heightened, a significant development echoed across Europe. Field Marshal von Bülow, alongside General von Mackensen, initiated a large-scale military exercise on the outskirts of the city of Nuremberg. The soldiers underwent rigorous training in preparation for the potential of conflict with France. Among them stood a notable figure, the soldier of Germany, heir to the empire, and Crown Prince Wilhelm III. The spectacle was grand, yet amidst the military preparations, the wheels of diplomacy continued to turn. They named it Die Wacht. This new newspaper was personally initiated by the chairman of the DRP, Erich Ludendorff. It was overseen by the Soldatenbund, a charity organization dedicated to supporting military war veterans. The unique aspect of this venture was its non-profit nature. Any profits generated would exclusively benefit the members of the Soldatenbund. The unfolding development and impact of this new situation remain to be seen. After enduring lengthy and arduous procedures, the pet project of the Zentrum and the Second Hollweg government finally materialized with the ascent of democracy in the Reich. The three-class voting system in Prussia, which had granted more voting power to wealthier individuals, was abolished. Surprisingly, the DKP supported this move, perhaps with the hope of gaining increased support from the local population. The outcomes of this change would unfold in the 1912 elections for the Reichstag. Nonetheless, the elimination of the voting class distinction marked a significant achievement for the government and democracy, ensuring equal representation for all voters. The alliance between Zentrum, FVP, and DKP appeared to be functioning well domestically, but on the international stage, the situation looked grim as the Agadir talks continued to linger. Amidst the successes of the Second Hollweg government, the coalition parties achieved another milestone with the announcement of a groundbreaking set of laws in Baden-Württemberg. Co-authored by Friedrich Naumann and von Hertling, the comprehensive legislation encompassed welfare, labor, and education, and was officially named the Unified Government Proposal of Labor Guidelines and Welfare Extensions, commonly known as the Hollweg Welfare Programs. This ambitious initiative extended beyond wage subsidies to include enhanced workers' protections and the establishment of a minimum wage. Building upon the Workers' Protection Act of 1910, the plan also outlined a clear financial framework and introduced a new unified education policy incorporating numerous guidelines. The royal recommendation by the Kaiser featured prominently, endorsing agricultural commercialization and providing additional provisions for healthcare. Although the bill was one of the largest endeavors of the century on these matters, its extensive nature posed a challenge for the more conservative factions within the Zentrum and the DKP. The hope was that these measures would quell concerns related to welfare and diminish the perceived need for the SPD. The outcome of this bid and its implications for conservative forces would unfold in due course. Finally reached its resolution. On March 19th of that year, the Reichskanzler, along with the French, Spanish, and British prime ministers, addressed the press with prosperity in Germany while deterring potential attacks by showcasing the defensive nature of the German Empire and the Central Powers. The success of this new diplomatic approach seemed promising, with aspirations even for Britain to eventually join the initiative. The accomplishments of the Agadir negotiations marked a significant diplomatic victory for the Reich. However, a new challenge emerged as relations between Germany and France further deteriorated. The government's announcement was met with widespread support from the German population, particularly in Posen, where thousands took to the streets to express their backing for peace and to celebrate the alleviation of tensions. In conjunction with the introduction of sensible defensive diplomacy and the cessation of the naval arms race, the Hollweg government unveiled a comprehensive series of investment schemes spearheaded by Herr von Hertling. These initiatives were designed to foster the expansion of new production lines, specifically geared towards supporting the growth of the military. The primary focus was on enhancing the ground forces, particularly in the aftermath of the Navy's recent independence, exemplified by the von Pohl affair and the Kaiser's brother instigating the Agadir crisis. While the Vice-Chancellor announced some expansions in dockyards, the support was exclusively directed to Wilhelmshaven. The underlying objective was clear: to demonstrate adherence to the Treaty of Madrid and extend a gesture of goodwill towards the United Kingdom. Collectively, these measures constituted another extensive government investment plan aimed at securing a robust future for the German Empire. Amidst widespread criticism for his assertive diplomatic stance during the Agadir crisis, Gustav Stresemann faced a significant backlash, particularly for his opposition to the naval treaty with Britain and his calls to continue the naval arms race. The left faction of the NLP, desiring closer alignment with the FVP, strongly criticized him. Additionally, numerous pro-peace protests erupted in East Germany, contributing to a decline in Stresemann's support. In a bid to unite the party and facilitate a smooth transition from the crisis, Stresemann chose to resign as chairman of the NLP. The leadership mantle was then passed to Robert Friedberg, a seasoned veteran within the National Liberals and leader of the left faction. While Stresemann had left an indelible mark on the party and garnered significant support, the change in leadership marked a new era for the NLP. Welcoming the transition, Stresemann stepped back, acknowledging the influence he had wielded. Despite remaining a prominent figure within the party, his time as the driving force had come to an end. With Friedberg now at the helm as the new chairman, the dynamics within the NLP were poised for change, and the impact of this shift on the political landscape was yet to unfold. It sounds like an intriguing and interactive historical role-playing experience. If anyone is interested in joining the IAAR and shaping the course of events in the German Empire, please follow the link in the description to participate in this engaging and collaborative endeavor. Until the next episode, happy historical storytelling.